Now, in the fashion world, where fact can be stranger than fiction, there must be plenty of inspiration to write a novel.
After 20 years editing Vogue magazine, Alexandra Shulman has written her first book. The story focuses on three university friends. Alexandra is here with us this morning. Very good morning to you. Lovely to see you. A book, a novel, why?
Well, I think because when you edit a magazine, it's probably a bit like putting a television programme together. You're always putting together lots of bits and pieces of what other people do, and I felt I really wanted to do something that was just me, sort of better or worse, me in a computer, plonk plonk.
Was it quite nerve-wracking sort of taking that first step? Because you deal in facts, in pictures and all the rest of it. It's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to just sit down and start writing, particularly when you've got to make everything up. I'm a journalist, so normally I'm interviewing people, I've got facts and I just write down what I see. So I had to learn how to create dialogue and characters.
So the adage they say is write what you know, don't they? Write what you know. Was there a temptation to write, I mean, you are writing about what you know because there are journalistic characters in the book. Was there a temptation to write something, you know, a book about the inside world of fashion?
Point about fashion, your intro is right. Fact will always be stranger, better than fiction. So I'm not going to write a fiction book about it. Maybe one day I'll write the fact book.
Really?
Because the madness of the real world is
couldn't make it up.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you decided to plot it. So these are three women at a certain point in time. This is the early 80s, and then you watch them grow and develop and change.
Yes, I was kind of interested in that period of time which you go through when you leave home, you leave uni, and you start off with a new world where you're trying to make your way in a career, but not really so much just about careers, but how you create that world for yourself. And you don't want to rely on your parents and your family, so your friends become your complete kind of support system, and they're so important to you.
And that sort of brings its own tensions as well sometimes, doesn't it, when you're sort of moving on, I guess?
Yeah, always. And you know, when you have fights with them, same as you do with your family, don't you? So it's sort of make up, break up.
Can I ask you about your day job as editor of Vogue for 20 years?
Yes.
Are you the only person who's ever held a job like that for that long?
No, I think one of the British editors was 25 years, so I've got 5 more years to go till I start panicking.
But I'm intrigued. Does it put enormous pressure on you personally? I mean, you know, we're sat here on television, for example. You're the editor of Vogue magazine. Do you feel like you have to be a kind of walking example of something from the magazine somehow?
I think if I'd felt that was the way I had to be, I would never have taken on the job in the first place, because I would have felt that wasn't who I am. I mean, I love Vogue and I put Vogue together, but I am Alexandra Shulman and that's not Vogue. I'm very aware of the kind of the separation between the two of us.
Let's talk also about some of your favourite, I mean, because, you know, Vogue is famous for many things, not least, of course, some of the front covers. Should we see one of my favourites, at least, which was Princess Diana, and this was, I think, just after she had died. Was this your choice to have this photograph? Tell us about it.
That was the quickest cover we ever put together. She died and we weren't sure what to do. We had about 4 days. It normally takes us 3 months to put together the magazine, and the cover would have been well printed by this point. But we knew there was one over from a shoot that had been done a couple of years previously. So we got hold of Patrick Demarchelier, who shot it, and managed to get it onto the cover, and thought we owed her no cover lines, just her dates.
Yes.
Well, it is, and I think we can see another one up here. Yeah, that one there. Just explain that the front cover thing for Vogue is so critical. I mean, those meetings, do you sit there agonising over a certain shot? They must get quite fraught sometimes.
We sit there agonising over what we're going to put on the cover, what it ought to look like. When it actually gets to the point of what's there, there's normally only possibly 1 or 2 possible shots.
And really quickly, because we are running out of time, 20 years of fashion, what do you think has been the most fundamental change in those years that you've seen?
Probably digital photography, digital catwalk shows, the immediacy of everything, and the rise of the high street.
Excellent. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to see you here this morning. Good luck with the book.
And good luck with the non-fiction one about the fashion industry. We look forward to that one too.
The book is called Can We Still Be Friends? It is out now.